All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, family? Coming at you again. I have some, I guess I would call Israelite news or news for the family. Maybe some have seen it, maybe they haven't. But after this, you will have seen it. And on top of it all, I just want to say, man, certain information, it ain't really about the views, but it's about going out and telling the people, warning the people, especially like the one I did about the press conference that they had about they coming. And this one is in relations to they coming, but once again, it's affiliated with the virus and the pre-planned execution that was already laid out by the powers that be. Okay. So first of all, I want to give all honor, all glory, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, and the almighty power of Abraham, the almighty power of Isaac, and the almighty power of Jacob, and the power of the children of Israel. Y'all stay strong, stay focused, all right? So I just want to go there and let y'all know this is going to be like, I'm sharing some information that I got. Once again, I know I did the previous message and I said I was going to implement it in there, but I didn't think it would be that long, so I didn't. So I'm coming back now and try to finish it off. Let's see here. First of all, gotta always get my opening precepts, okay? Bear with me, family. Bear with me, family. Bear with me, family. Okay, so, okay, bear with me, family. Coming. Okay. 7. All right. Let's see. Okay. I got a lot of notes. I got a lot going on right here. Bear with me, family. Bear with me, family. Okay. Gotta get my information, man. You know? Okay. Okay. All right. So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and get the book of Ezekiel. All right. I have to go here because I need assistance from the Most High. I'm not just coming on here, just doing these messages in vain. I need the Most High assistance. I need His okay. I need Him to have His spirit upon me every time I pick up these precepts. All right. These laws, these statutes, and these judgments that are written therein. I need Him. I need Him to co-sign for me. Yeah. So I'm going to the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, verse 9. Then said he unto me, prophesy unto the wind. All right. Prophesy, son of man, and say to the wind, thus saith the Most High, the almighty power come from the four winds, O breath, and breathe upon these slain, that they may live. Excuse me, family. That they may live. Okay? So, and this is, once again, breathe upon the slain, that they may live, because we've been tossed to and fro out here, knowingly and unknowingly. You know, it affects us all. So hey, I'm still, once again, I got to do my part. Thus says the Most High. I'm working with what He give me. All avenues until if a change come. And change is going to come. That's what we're going to deal with tonight. And we know this, for the most part, Israel, those who know that Israel, they better know it. You know, they better know it. We do know change come. We are expecting change to come, right? All right? Those who really want to get out of this place, we are expecting change to come, but it's coming with a price. So, hey, it is what it is. It got to be, thus says the Most High. We just got to pray that He protects us and keeps us in His hour of temptation and the day of His indignation. You know, let's see. So once again, they're about to execute harsh reality upon the world. Okay. So let me go on and get this right quick. So we ain't gonna be all night tonight. All right. So I don't know what to call this. Once again, I was dealing with the dark days last night. And this is affiliated in title. Okay. Let me see if y'all, let me see what I got here, family. So it's better to be seen this way. Okay. We're gonna get right into
Dark Winter was largely written and designed by Tara O'Toole and Thomas Inglesby of the Johns Hopkins Center, along with Randy Larson and Mark Demir of the Analytic Services Institute for Homeland Security. O'Toole, Inglesby, and Larson were directly involved in the response to the alleged anthrax attacks, which took place in the days after September 11, 2001. These individuals...
Salaki. First of all, I'm gonna go ahead and title it like he got it. Operation Dark Winter. Okay. I don't know if y'all know about this, but it's Operation Dark Winter. Okay. Can y'all see that? Let's get it, family. Check it out. Everybody pay attention. I don't know if you want to take notes, or if you already know, like I said, that's good. If you don't, pray the Most High get it out there to the people so we can know.
Without better planning, 2020 could be the darkest winter in modern history.
Britain is braced for a dark winter as new measures are deployed to stem a surge of coronavirus. New signs of a fall surge and perhaps an even more painful winter as coronavirus cases soar in the U.S. We're about to go into a dark winter.
All right, he says something about a false source. We got to get it again. We can't sleep on none of the information. I don't want to just roll. Hope everybody's attentive.
Without better planning, 2020 could be the darkest winter in modern history.
Britain is braced for a dark winter as new measures are deployed to stem a surge of coronavirus. New signs of a fall surge and perhaps an even more painful winter as coronavirus cases soar in the U.S. We're about to go into a dark winter. A dark winter.
This message is for anyone who has concerns about the upcoming U.S. elections, the potential for chaos and civil unrest, or those who fear what a second wave of COVID-19 could mean for the future of humanity. If you have found this message on your own, please share.
All right, so obviously, from what he just said, this is a pre-election, right? All right, so let's get it.
With your friends and family. If someone you care about recommended this to you, please watch it and do so with an open mind.
That was good information. I don't know how to share links and all that.
We are in the last few months of a tumultuous year, and it appears that there might be more unprecedented events on the way. As we near election 2020, it's important to step back and analyze the potential plans of the predator class.
Predator class.
Specifically, it's important to understand a number of recent government simulations and exercises.
I didn't say it, he said it.
First, let's look at the exercise known as Event 201. 1 year ago, on October 18th, 2019, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation partnered with the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security and the World Economic Forum on a high-level pandemic exercise known as Event 201. Event 201 simulated how the world would respond to a fictional coronavirus pandemic known as CAPS, which swept around the planet.
Right.
The simulation imagined 65 million people dying, mass lockdowns, quarantines, and censorship of alternative viewpoints under the guise of fighting disinformation, and even floated the idea of arresting people who question the pandemic narrative.
The outcome of the CAPS pandemic in Event 201 was
So they arrested somebody for even questioning about this thing. And I had already said, I don't know if anybody was watching in my previous videos, I was going to start asking people about this because it done got crazy. So, hey, it done got to the point, and it's going to get to the point, and I understand it, that if you start thinking for yourself, you're going to be arrested. If you're thinking for yourself, you will be arrested. If you're thinking outside the mask, or if they can't tell you which way to go, how to do it, sit down, stand up, turn to the left, go to the right. You can't have your mask right here. It must be up here. It's a control issue, man. It's all about control. But we got to know that, right? We got to know it. You're going to get arrested for thinking for yourself. Wow.
201 was catastrophic.
Coincidentally, one of the players involved with Event 201 was Dr. Michael Ryan, the head of the World Health Organization's team responsible for the international containment of COVID-19. Dr. Michael Ryan has called for looking into families to find potentially sick individuals and isolate them from their families. Due to the vast web of connections between Bill Gates and nearly every organization connected to the COVID-19 fight, a growing number of researchers are questioning the motivations of Gates and other officials involved in the Event 201 exercise. Crimson Contagion and Clade X. Another important exercise was known as Crimson Contagion and simulated an outbreak of a respiratory virus originating from China.
Right.
From August 13th to August 16, 2019, Trump's Department of Health and Human Services, headed by Alex Azar, partnered with numerous national, state, and local organizations for the exercise. According to the results of the October 2019 draft report, the spread of the novel avian influenza, named H7N9, resulted in 110 million infected Americans, 7.7 million hospitalizations, and 586,000 deaths.
Okay, so if you looked at H7N9, somebody do some research on that. It'll take you back to an animal-related virus, and then they was trying to push the what was that? The chicken flu or some foolishness like that, the bird flu. Y'all can remember that, but do some research on that.
Simulation known as Clade X took place on May 2018. This event examined the response to a pandemic resulting from the release of a fictional virus known as Clade X. In the simulation, the virus was released by a terror group called A Brighter Dawn. As the outbreak spread to the United States, the participants asked what would be needed if the president issued a federal quarantine, noting that the authorities would need to, quote, determine the level of force authorized to maintain quarantine. The Clade X exercise also resulted in the federal government nationalizing the healthcare system.
Hold on,
The leaders of these
and now once again, all of this is what is this? The voting thing, pre-election. This is pre-election, okay? And they call them a terror group, the ones that's dispensing these so-called viruses. Now, CDC wouldn't be a terror group, would it? Let's move on.
Controversial pandemic simulations that took place before the coronavirus crisis have long-standing connections to the U.S. intelligence and U.S. Department of Defense.
Right.
Even more troubling is that key players in the exercises, specifically Event 201 and Clade X, share a common history in another biowarfare simulation known as Dark Winter. The Darkest Winter.
Wow.
The Dark Winter exercise took place in June 2001, only months before the 9/11 attacks. This exercise took place at Andrews Air Force Base in Camp Springs, Maryland, and involved several congressmen, a former CIA director, a former FBI director, government insiders, and privileged members of the press.
Right.
The exercise simulated the use of smallpox as a biological weapon against the American public.
We
During
remember
the
that,
Dark
right?
Winter exercise, authorities attempted to stop the spread of dangerous misinformation and unverified cures, just like with the Event 201 simulation. Dark Winter further discusses the suppression and removal of civil liberties, such as the possibility of the president to invoke the Insurrection Act, which would allow the military to act as law enforcement upon request by a state governor, as well as the possibility of martial rule. The script says martial rule may, quote, include, but are not limited to, prohibition of free assembly, national travel ban, quarantine of certain areas, suspension of the writ of habeas corpus, and or military trials in the event that the court systems become dysfunctional. What is important to know is that Dark Winter was largely written and designed by Tara O'Toole and Thomas Inglesby of the Johns Hopkins Center, along with Randy Larson and Mark Demir of the Analytic Services Institute for Homeland Security. O'Toole, Inglesby, and Larson were directly involved in the response to the alleged anthrax attacks, which took place in the days after September 11, 2001.
They're still around,
These individuals personally briefed Vice President Cheney on Dark Winter. Coincidentally, Event 201 was co-hosted by the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security, which is currently led by Dark Winter co-author Thomas Inglesby. Tara O'Toole was also a key player in the Clade X simulation. The name for the exercise comes from a statement made by Robert Kadlec, a veteran of the George W. Bush administration and a former lobbyist for military intelligence and intelligence contractors. In the script, Kadlec states that the lack of smallpox vaccines for the U.S. population means that it, quote, could be a very dark winter for America.
Right.
Angie, it means it could be a very dark winter for America.
Kadlec is now currently leading the HHS's COVID-19 response and was also involved in the Trump administration's 2019 Crimson Contagion exercises. Eerily, Kadlec's statements in the 2001 exercise were recently repeated nearly word for word by Richard Bright, former director of Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority. Bright was recently celebrated as a whistleblower who attempted to hold the Trump administration accountable during the COVID-19 battle. However, while speaking in front of Congress, Bright stated, "Without better planning, 2020 could be the darkest winter in modern history." Now, maybe Bright is simply a concerned scientist warning about the potential for more sick people, but his use of the phrase darkest winter is hard to ignore here. When hearing the statements from Kadlec and Bright, we ought to consider the corporate media's promotion of a potential second wave of COVID-19. Bill Gates and other influential pundits and health authorities have consistently warned about a second wave, which was slated to arrive in the fall of 2020. As of mid-October 2020, reports are beginning to come in that cases are on the rise.
Of course.
This is what makes the statement from Richard Bright all the more concerning. This leads us to a number of recent simulations of the 2020 U.S. election, which have resulted in chaos and potential civil war. It would be easy to dismiss these exercises as politically driven fantasy if the people involved had not already publicly advised their candidates not to concede the election in any circumstances.
Right.
Most recently, media reports indicated the Transition Integrity Project held a number of exercises simulating what might happen in the event that Donald Trump loses the 2020 election but refuses to leave office. The TIP itself is a secretive group made up of never-Trump neocon Republicans and Democrats associated with the Obama administration and Hillary Clinton. The Boston Globe reported that the TIP met in June to simulate the 11-week period between Election Day on November 3rd and Inauguration Day on January 20th, 2021. The exercises state that, quote, Trump and his Republican allies used every apparatus of government, the Postal Service, state lawmakers, the Justice Department, federal agents, and the military to hold on to power, and Democrats took to the courts and the streets to try to stop it. The TIP envisioned one scenario where Trump wins and Biden refuses to concede, and instead asks for a recount and makes several demands, including to give statehood to Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico, and divide California into 5 states. In the exercises, Joe Biden is played by John Podesta, Hillary Clinton's 2016 campaign manager and the chief of staff to former President Bill Clinton. The simulations essentially end in a constitutional crisis where there is no clear president and the Supreme Court, or possibly the military, play a deciding role. This unprecedented event could be disastrous for American life, as it is very likely that activists from both sides of the vote would take to the streets to protest what they believe is a theft by their opponents. And if you think protests and fights between extreme leftists and extreme right-wingers are contentious now, just wait until they both feel shafted during the presidential election. Those opposed to Trump will claim Biden won and Trump is attempting to steal the election and create a fascist dictatorship. The Trump supporters will say the satanic radical leftist Democrats are attempting a coup to establish a communist police state. The results will be neighbor turning against neighbor, family members disowning one another, and some political activists may escalate their tactics from protest to violence. Other groups were similarly engaged in war games that predicted complete chaos in the United States on Election Day, as well as the imposition of martial law. This includes the Operation Blackout simulations conducted by the U.S.-Israeli company Cyber Reason. The company has considerable ties to the U.S. and Israeli intelligence community. Operation Blackout involved hackers taking control of city buses around the U.S., crashing into voters waiting in line at polling stations, hacked traffic lights causing accidents, and the release of deep fakes to manipulate the public. The simulation resulted in the cancellation of the 2020 election and the imposition of martial law. While Donald Trump continues to stoke the flames of division and uncertainty surrounding election 2020, the establishment is also preparing for the possibility of martial law in response to this chaos. Meanwhile, the public is being prepared for a second wave of COVID-19 infections, which could lead to the foreshadowed darkest winter. While I don't care to install fear, I do encourage everyone to heed these warnings and be prepared for potential unrest in the days and weeks following the election. Are you prepared? In conclusion, I believe we may have a narrow window of time to inform our friends and family and motivate them to prepare for what may be on the horizon. We can spend our time attempting to convince them of the lies of COVID-19. We can also try to educate them about the numerous exercises predicting chaos and civil unrest across the United States. As important as education is in this information war, now might be the time to focus our energy on helping our families be prepared for what may come. Rather than attempting to convince them to see what you see believe what you believe, perhaps we can simply help keep them safe until they can clearly see the writing on the wall. Again, if you are hearing of these exercises and topics for the first time, please listen with an open mind. I also want to emphasize that I don't say these words in hopes of inspiring fear or stress. In fact, I hope that this analysis can paint a clear enough picture of the grim reality that we are facing so that we may act. It is only by honestly facing our circumstances that we can hope to influence and change the path of humanity. This is a historic time to be alive, and we have the opportunity to play a powerful role. It's time to shake off the shackles and expose those who seek to hold us back for their own sick purposes.
Okay. So there you go, family. And that was great information. As far as I'm concerned, I think that's great information for everybody. And like he said, I agree. Even if we got family members that ain't in the walk, if you knew somebody was planning to do something to your family members or something, I mean, we so detached to the point that we won't let them know. You know what I'm saying? So if the beast is coming down and they sleep, we can at least do that, y'all. If we're supposed to be the priesthood coming, we still got to rule the world in righteousness. Is it unrighteous to inform the world that something is not right, or they shouldn't be doing this? That's our job. That is our job, to carry out righteousness. So that information said alone, I don't know how a guy like Bill Gates can not be a part of the cabinet or nothing like that, but have such a strong say-so. But this is how they want to run their country. That's fine. But just had to get that information out there for y'all. So if anybody know about that, that's fine. If not, now you know. And I just thought that was vital, once again. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into a few precepts, pertaining to the video, because the video spoke up a lot. It was pre-election, and it spoke of the potentialism of martial law. We already been knowing that, and some of these scriptures I'm gonna bring out is we didn't heard them before, but we're gonna keep bringing them out until we can't bring them out no more, because it's already written. It's 2020, but these scriptures was written ages ago. So hey, this is our job. This is what we're supposed to be doing. Let us not forget our purpose. All right, let's not forget our purpose. So I don't know which angle I'm gonna start at. I'm gonna go ahead and start here. So you see the topic of the video, right? It was dark winter, right? Dark winter. So hey, can't make this up, dude. I'm going to the book of Matthew, see what Mashiach said. And it's a reason. And this has always been a strong scripture to me. He said it. And it's simply scriptural, but at the same time, it's a reason for him to say this. You know? And here it is, man. I'm in the book of Matthew, chapter 24 and verse 20. Okay? Matthew 24 and 20. Okay? Mashiach said, wow. And woe, I'm gonna start at 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. You seen the upheaval, you seen the chaos, and then plus we knowing that the vaccine is coming. It's coming. It ain't no fluke. It's coming. They ain't went this far to turn around, y'all. It's coming, okay? It is coming. So we must be prepared, man. We got to wake up. We got to check ourselves, man. Believe in the scriptures. All right? Believe in the scriptures, man. The scriptures are more true than me or you will ever be. The scriptures brought us to life. Physically. It brought you in this world. Believe in the scriptures, man. I'm going to read this again. I'm at verse 19 in the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Woe, meaning destruction. Right? We know this. Okay. Verse 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. Pray ye that your flight be not in the winter. Okay. Neither on the Shabbat is what it says. Neither on the Sabbath day. All right. I'm going to read it again. Verse 19. And woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. Because that's comfort. And that means your mindset ain't going to be focused on the chaos that's coming upon the earth. Because anybody that got a newborn, their attention is going to be there. And that's double chaos. That's double chaos to try to take care of infant in the times like this. All right. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. So we better pray that don't no chaos come in the winter. Because when they execute and it's wintertime, and the scripture said be as pilgrims as in those days, meaning what? You got to move back and forth. You'll be on the run. You won't be stationary. And it'll be freezing out. Freezing out. It's hard to live because we've been so comfortable over here. We've been so comfortable. We're not prepared for nothing like this. You know what I'm saying? We're not ready for this. We're not ready for this. And Mashiach said clearly, pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. Because that means we'll be violating the Sabbath day big time. Big time. No time for the Most High on that day. You'll be trying to fight for your life. So it's turmoil and controversy. All right. But the scriptures is here, man. So the scriptures clearly said, pray. Pray. Pray that your flight be not in the winter. And what the title of this message is? A dark winter. Dark winter. Y'all heard them. And it's on a video. You can go back and look at it, listen to it. It's there. So, pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath day. And believe me, they know these scriptures, and they're going to do everything they can do. Oh, right. They're going to definitely do everything they can do to pollute the Sabbath day for those who believe in the Most High. That's what the New World Order is all about, right? I told you we're already in it. It's just a phase. It's walking us through. It's conditioning and control. Conditioning you are those who are getting comfortable with wearing the mask. They feel if you can do that and we can make them do that and we got them. The next step that we tell them to do, they're going to do it. They're going to walk you right on down in that dog pit, right down in the dog hole. This ain't no game. You're already in it. You already done gave them folks your whole soul, your spirit, man. You're 1,000% compliant. And they ain't even did nothing to you. And you freely obeying these orders. This is just, I hate to keep using that word, man. This is a mad place, man. This is a mad place, man. Better wake up. We better wake up, man. We better go start shaking some people. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have to start, man. Jake is super sleep, man. Super sleep. I'm gonna move on, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead on and go to 2nd Ezra 16, 35 through 40. I got to. Like I said, we know these scriptures. They don't need to not want to hear it. And they don't need to not hope it. And there's no need to hope that this doesn't occur. That means you still want to stay here, man. This thing got to get shook up. I know we would rather be comfortable and get out of here freely. Don't lose nothing. Don't go through nothing. The Most High just come swoop you down. It sounds like Caesar Borgia, but that's not the almighty power in the scriptures. Not the terrible one. That's not his way. That's not his way. I'm sorry, y'all. Here we go. 2nd Ezra chapter 16. Let me get maybe I can read it. Chapter 16, verse 35 through 40. Okay. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Most High. Because the people outside of the covenant, first the so-called Negroes, natives, and native Indians, and so-called Hispanics of Negro descent. I didn't say complexion, I said descent. If they're outside of the covenant, if they're not receiving the fact that they're Israel right now, my family, your family, his family, her family, you are the servant of the Most High, because you know who you are. I know who I am, and I am a servant. I'm a humble servant. I'm a child of wisdom. Okay? We got to do to do. First thing we got to do is pay attention, because instructions are coming down. Here it is, verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Most High. Seen the video, understand that. You go to scriptures. It says again, hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Most High. Verse 36. Behold, the word of the Most High. Receive it. Receive it. And we can still extend and tell the people the same thing that we're reading right now. Listen to the word of the Most High and receive it. This ain't no game. This ain't no game. Because in their comfort zone, they ain't going to be ready to want to hear this, man. People don't want to hear this. But it got to be told, y'all. All right? Behold, the word of the Most High. Receive it. Believe not the powers of whom the Most High spake. Don't believe them. You believe in the Most High. Don't keep following the orders of, it says, believe not the gods of whom the Most High spake. Don't keep following them. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. We're supposed to be doing what the Most High said do. That's what we're supposed to be doing. So that's what the Most High said right here. Behold the word of the Most High and receive it. Okay? Believe not the gods of whom the Most High spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, because days are going by quick, real quick, real quick. And before you know it, it'll be January 1st. And these folks are, like we seen in the other video, ready to execute. Okay? They're ready to execute. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, as when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son. Within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains come. Or great pains compass her womb. Which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. Should be going through it. They slack not a moment. Should be glad when it's over. And if any of us going through it, when they bring their chaos and their wrath, we're going to be praying and hoping that we can get through it. That's what the scripture's talking about, man. Verse 39. Even so, shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side, throughout the four corners of the earth. See? Sorrows shall come upon it on every side. All right? Verse 40. O my people. Here we go again. Pay attention, Israel. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. Get prepared, man. You saw the video. That's good information. This information was before that information. Shiach told you in Matthew 24:20. Okay? Woe unto them that are with child, and to them that give suck in those days. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, right? Neither on the Shabbat or the Sabbath day. Still upholding that, the Most High is. He don't care what's going on. Pray that you don't your flight ain't in the winter or on his set apart convocation, which is the 7th day of the week, which is the Sabbath day. Pray that, he says. Verse 40 again. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. That's what I was talking about earlier. See? That ain't looking good, man. That is not looking good. You know, it's not looking good. This is going into martial law. This is going into martial law. You know, you can stay there and let them come and apprehend you, or you can get on the move and try to live. But it'll be a decision to be made. It's coming, family. It is definitely coming. But it's got to be, right? That's thus says the Most High. If we want to be away from under the rulership of the king of Babylon. It's got to be. Okay? I'm going to 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14 through 19. Once again, family, sorry. This is what we're reading out of. Told you before. You can get the whole book, the 1611 King James Version, with it already inside of it. Or you can buy this. It's just for the people, if somebody come across who's new, man, who's a babe. So, with all due respect. Okay? 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14 through 19. All right? Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Dark winter is coming down. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth not. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. And y'all saw the mayhem, y'all saw the chaos. It ain't gonna stop. This agenda ain't gonna stop. Okay? Martial law got to come. All right? Once again, verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth not, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Whatever kind of instrument they got, be it guns, knives, bats, bricks, you name it. Or those Molotov cocktails, whatever they use, they're going to have that in their hand, because these are the swords that are provided. And these are the swords that they use when they're out there doing what they're doing. I'm gonna try my best to stay away from all of that and hope that the Most High cover me, because that ain't my business. That's the business of the Egyptians. That's their business. That's not our business. We're supposed to be continuing to be set apart. All right. All right. But don't think that we're gonna go unscathed. Neither. You know. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. Okay? They shall not regard their kings nor princes. You just saw it on TV. It's gonna get worse though. They ain't gonna be listening to no government. They ain't gonna be listening to none of that. Trying to make them stay in the house for 4 to 6 weeks and on another shutdown. They ain't going for it. You seen what happened last time. They went up in the courtroom, in the courthouse or the state capitol building. In the state capitol building, going in there threatening to kill, who was that, the mayor, the governor? They're gonna kill him. They went inside with automatic artillery, man. Now, we can't, don't try that, Israel. If you got any sense left, don't try that. I know we out here trying to follow them, but you better be careful where you're following them to, but we're not. Once again, it's just, for some reason, I don't know, we're following our big brother right down that black hole. Okay? For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what they were doing. They implemented their power by going to the freaking state capitol, man. We're going inside, we're bombarding, and we're going to take what we want. We ain't asking nothing. We got a show of force here, and we should know. We're dealing with a hunter who don't have no problem with killing. They raise the children from 2-year-olds on up to learn how to shoot and kill, while we be out here trying to do a 2-step and twerking. That's what we teaching our children. That's years ago. You can go all over YouTube. We got our wicked family members on YouTube teaching them how to smoke weed. We teaching them how to bend over and shake their behind at early ages and throwing money at them when they doing it, man. I done seen some of the crazy stuff. I'm telling you, man. It is mad, man. And then they put it on the tube for everybody to see. How foolish can you be, man? But anyway, once again, I'm going to read that again. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So that's what they're about. Like I said, and that's how I got on that topic, because we ain't about that. We ain't about that. At least they did have a little fake militia with Grandmaster, Jam Master Jail, whoever this nut is, trying to wake up the minds of the Negro to see, because if they're not in the Most High, they better be trying to stand up for themselves. Ain't but two sides, family. If you can stand over here with the Most High, you can be an Egyptian. And you're going to have to do what the Egyptians do. That's just it. Ain't nothing else. There is no in the middle. Even in the world, there's no in the middle. And in the scriptures, there is no in the middle. The Most High don't play that. You either going to be on his side or you not. That's just how that go. Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Once again, when they shut it down, lock it down, it's on lockdown, baby. You ain't going nowhere unless you want to move as a pilgrim, like the scripture said. You know, and I've seen movies even off the grid ain't even safe. Not safe. Them folks ain't playing, man. You're going to have to move as a pilgrim. We got to get our minds right about this thing, man. You know, we can talk about it and see movies about it. But you better put yourself in that position in that movie and put yourself in position in these scriptures. Once again, you know, I'm going to read this. I'm going to jump back to 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. Because I'm telling you, they coming, man. Ain't no being stationary, man. I don't know. We better be prepared. That's all I can say. 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. It's just instruction. Wise counsel. Hey, that's wise counsel. Verse 17, chapter 15, 2nd Ezra. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Lockdown. Unless you're going to go around the back way and weave and wander through the woods, you know what I'm saying? And you still dealing with the people of camouflage. They don't play the radio. They'll be in there. They'll be in there, man. We 400 years behind. Remember that. And that's our problem. We still trying to catch up. It wasn't designed for you to catch up, man, over here. We were sent over here for punishment. If we can receive that and understand that, the Most High can deal with us a little bit more better. But if not, torment, tragedy, and catastrophe is all in front of us, you know. And our dead bodies are going to continue to lay in the streets. That's just it, man. I don't know, man. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm going to move on. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. Right. Uproar, chaos, madness, mayhem. The houses shall be destroyed. See? And men shall be afraid. Most definitely. Ain't going to be no smiling, no kicking it, no cooling. No way. Fear will be upon this place. The whole land. The scripture said, what it said here? On every side, right? Remember that? Verse 39, chapter 16, 2nd Ezra says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the whole world shall mourn. Not just in Atlanta, not in Marietta, not in Macon, not in Alabama, not in Kentucky, not in California. No. Most High's word is greater than the word of the oppressor. Okay? See what the Most High said again. Even so shall not the plague be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side, man. On every side. All right? Okay. That's just it, man. I'm going to go right back up here to verse 18 in 2nd Ezra chapter 15. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Dark winter, man. Dark winter, man. Okay? A man shall have no pity. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. See? And if you go back and listen to the video, even that guy, the narrator himself, was talking about how family members going to come against each other. Neighbors going to be against neighbors. And it's just going to be all out hell, basically. Total chaos. All right? Here it come again. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Period. Because he's out of his mind at that point. Just running around. You've seen them looting out there in the streets and doing everything. It's going to grow and it's going to broaden out and it's going to go all over the place. Believe me. Everybody going to be uncomfortable. There ain't going to be no comfort, man. You ain't going to be sitting at home watching it on the news like you've been doing. You're going to be a part of it. Believe me. You're going to be a part of it. All right? The time cometh. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their home, their houses, with the sword. Choppers, AKs, rapid artillery, maybe physical swords, whatever they got in their hand. Y'all seen the movies? Y'all seen them? All them crazy movies out there when the city, when the town or the state or the country go bad in uproar and upheaval and they're just running around crazy, raping women, kicking in people's houses, taking their goods, spoiling their goods. Doing they out of their minds at that point. There's no shalom. There's no reasoning. Ain't none of that. None of that. So verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. And that's literal. And for great tribulation. People gonna be hungry. People gonna be trying to survive, trying to live, and hey, it's gonna get to the point where they got to take something. They're gonna have to take. If you get restricted, you're left with nothing but to take. You know, and that's sad. And we've been even YouTube videos and everything, and all this stuff been trying to promote everybody to get prepared for such a time. Stock up on a little something, do a little something. Don't just sit there and just be crazy, not, and thinking that the Most High just gonna come through and bring you some turkey sandwiches, or some hamburgers. I don't know what you're thinking, but you better do it for yourself too. Not to say the Most High won't provide. He provide all the time. But he can also, the same way he been providing for you, is the same way he'll provide for you in that time. Meaning what? He allowed that you to have a way to go to the store, have money to buy what it was you needed, okay? And I ain't telling you to just overstock your house, because if you got to be a pilgrim on the run, then you're going to run. But still, it's something that you can take with you until you get to the next place. And then, hey, the Most High will be there waiting. But you got to be prepared. At least have the first 2 or 3 steps together. You know what I'm saying? So you can get to the next point. All right? So, once again, verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, and shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. All right? So that's just wise counsel, man. Wisdom from the Most High. Hey, man. Be up on it, brothers and sisters. Be up on it, man. Okay? Be up on it. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. Try not to be too much longer here, y'all. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. So all that acting crazy out there, if you can stay away from it best you can. But it's going to come a time that it's just going to be all out chaos, man. All out chaos, man. So it is what it is. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. Once again, just be prepared as best possible, Pray, like the Mashiach said. Pray that your flight don't be in the winter, and neither on the Sabbath day. And woe to those that get suck in those days. It's not a good time, man. We can not believe in the scriptures if we want to. You know what I'm saying? We can just keep listening to it. And then if you think tomorrow gonna be like today, that's on you. That's on you, man. I love you. This is the reason why we bring this stuff out, because it's for a warning. It is for a warning, family. Come on. The book of Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right? And they shall fight, everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor. City against city. Woo. And kingdom against kingdom. All right? City against city and kingdom against kingdom. Everyone against his neighbor. I'm going to set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. Most High said he going to turn it upside down, man. He got to. This is the land of confusion anyway. Why not? This is the land of confusion anyway. All this walking. Let me leave that alone. Let me stop. Try to contain myself, man. All right. I'm going to move on. I'm going to go to the book of Job, chapter 10, verse 21 through 22. Let's get it, family. So this is the dark winter that they keep promoting. It is what it is, man. You seen the video. You heard it coming from the powers to be. The guy called them the predators, or whatever he called them. The Predator Council. Dark winter, man. So I know we probably don't want it to happen. I understand that, but hey, be advised. Job chapter 10, verse 21 through 22. Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death, which is where we at. You know, before I go whence, I shall not return. And if they hit you with that vaccine, you ain't gonna return. It's over for you. It's over for you, man. Okay. Verse 22. A land of darkness, as darkness itself, dark winter, and of the shadow of death, without any order, chaos, mayhem. We just read it over there in 2nd Esdras, man. Okay? You just seen it on the video. You've been seeing it on the news, too. Without any order, and where the light is, as darkness. So it just don't even seek for the light at that time. Mayhem, man. Mayhem and chaos. Okay? Mayhem and chaos. Let's stay in Job chapter 11 and verse 20. Book of Job chapter 11 verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So the Most High said he got them. They ain't gonna get away with what they pulling off. And who I'm talking about is that predator council, not the people out there in the street running around, but the predator council that's organizing all this, that's been doing all this. Like when they say they got it together in the month of June of this year, right? Verse 20 in chapter 11 of Job again. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail, and they shall not escape, and their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. God almighty, no, boy. Their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost. So that's the Most High's words, not my word, brother. Just giving out a warning. Giving out a warning to Israel, giving out a warning to even in Israel that don't know they're Israel or ain't accepted that they're Israel, and giving out a warning even to the people that's in charge of this kingdom. Okay? Job chapter 5 and verse 12. You know, because they think that they're going to continue doing what they're doing with no chastisement. It's got to happen, though. But all praise it to the Most High. Job chapter 5, verse 12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So who's to say? You never know what the Most High going to do. He might just jump in it. He might just jump in it. Because our redemption is nearer than we think. So he might just jump in it. We don't know what the Most High gonna do. All I know is we need to be prepared. Okay? Let's be prepared. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 2. All right. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 18 through 19. I'm gonna get that. Okay. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 18 through 19. Okay? Hold on, family. Let me make sure I'm right here. Proverbs 2. Okay. For her house inclineth unto death, and her paths unto the dead. That's right. Her house inclineth unto death. Her house, the daughter of Babylon. The daughter of Babylon, her house inclineth unto death. All right? Escalated unto death. Elevated. And her paths unto the dead. Of course, if you following her, if you following the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the daughter of Babylon, her paths, what it says here, again, verse 18, and her paths unto the dead. Her paths belong unto the dead. not the living. Just going on down that drain with them, that's what's going to happen. Verse 19, none that go unto her return again. See what the Most High say? None that go unto her return again. Okay? Neither take they hold of the paths of life. That's right. Like he said in the previous verse. You know, it's the paths unto the dead. So, hey, can't make it up. It's already written. Just wise counsel again, family. Share it with somebody. You know what I mean? That's about all we could do, man. You can't make them. All right? But you can urgently deliver this message. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 27. That we can do. When they hear whether they forbear, it don't matter if they get mad, because we know what's going on. If you're a watchman on the wall, blow the shofar, scream it out, tell the people. They don't believe you, it's to their destruction. Okay? Proverbs chapter 26 and verse 27. But this is for the so-called predator counsel. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, because you're going to get your turn too. You're going to get your turn too. All right? You're not going to be hiding in the bunkers like you think you are. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will be returned upon him. You're not going to get away, because you ain't the Most High. This word stands stronger and taller than you ever can. And once again, this word brought forth every creature upon the face of the earth. No man is greater than the word. And the word is our big brother, Hamashiach, Yahushua. Whoso diggeth the pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth the stone, it will return upon him. All right? It's there, man. It's clear. All right, family. Let's go to Psalms chapter 9. Psalms chapter 9, verse 15 through 19. We're going to close out with this. Psalms chapter 9, verse 15 through 19. All right? Verse 15. The nations are sunk down in the pit that they made. See? The nations are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid, in their own foot taken. See? Once again, the heathen are sunk down in the pit that they made, in the net which they hid, is their own foot taken. Right. Verse 16. The Most High is known by the judgment which he executed. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Come on, Most High. Come on, Most High. All right, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the almighty power. Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. Listen again, verse 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the almighty power. Believe that. For the needy shall not always be forgotten. We got hope, though, family. We do got it. We got to pray. The expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. That's what I'm talking about. And that's the word we got to deliver to our family. But we also got to tell them to get out the way, come out of her. Get over here. So you can be covered, so you can be protected. You know what I'm saying? This is what we got to do. Until we can't do it no more. I got to keep saying that. Verse 19. Arise, O Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Let no man prevail. That's right. Let the heathen be judged in your sight. Because you are the king. You the judge. And they shall be judged in your sight. All right? They shall be judged in your sight. So I'm going to close with that, family. And this, I just had to put that out there. That information, man, is very, very important. Share it. Research what you can inside of that information. Once again, alert your family members, alert other brothers and sisters in the walk. You know, it's just information. If you heard about it, know about it, that's beautiful. If you don't, now you do. And I thank the Most High for bringing it to my attention that I'm able to share it with y'all. You know what I mean? As we come into the beginning of this week already. And just pray the Most High keep us strong, keep us focused, keep us endured and encouraged. All right? Strengthen one another. Keep us diligent. Keep us vigilant, faithful, and hopeful, family. Okay? All right? I want to give a strong shalom out to Brother Latari the One once again. Strong shalom out to my little brother Arik. Strong shalom out to the brothers down at Goshen Farm. You know, strong shalom to my brother Ananiah. Hey man, y'all keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. Stay strong and stay focused. And strong shalom out to the whole family of Israel, far and near, whithersoever the Most High done scattered them. Because amongst them is the remnant and the 144,000 elect, wherever the Most High done scattered them. All right? With that, I want to say shalom, shalom.